Well, it's our understanding that most of our conditioning happens in the first 7 years of our life. I wish I had known that when I was raising my children.
And then you go into the entire time when the child is in the womb.
Exactly.
And all of the programs from the pregnant mother are overlaid directly into the cellular memory.
Correct.
That's creating the baby, the fetus, and all of that. And I've had it actually heard described to me that one of the greatest gifts, some might question the gift part of it, is that the mother's self-image is overlaid into ours, good, bad, or otherwise, and recognizing that because we choose our parents on a soul level, on the other side is spirit, prior to coming in, certainly that choice is all part of the dynamic and recognizing we know exactly where mom and dad are at, good, bad, or otherwise, wherever their challenges are and their good spots are, and so it's fun. So one way or another, within that, how does that play out with your stuff in the conscious alchemy?
Well, conscious alchemy quantum healing is certainly quantum work, and I don't really take credit for the healing itself. I really give that to a higher source. But conscious alchemy quantum healing is a system in which we literally can delete limiting or not life-enhancing programming beliefs that we carry subconsciously. It's like deleting a virus off of a computer, because a computer is all information, and basically our bodies, they say, we are 99.99% empty space. Hard to imagine that, but what's in that empty space? It's information, it's consciousness, it's the intelligence of creation. So when I was shown about this work and I started to understand more about consciousness, the clearings actually go beyond beliefs. In the clearings, what's happening is we're clearing patterns, programming, conditioning, perceptions, belief structures, codes, cellular memory, emotional trauma, physical trauma, mental trauma, spiritual trauma, and even any information that's in the DNA that certainly comes through our parents. Yes, the mom is part of it, but dad sure is too, right? And any information in the morphogenetic field, or the energy blueprint of the physical body. So it seems to be addressing many, many different levels. And it's really wonderful for parents now to understand how much does get programmed into their children in those early years, because now there's things that we can do to start to change that just by our awareness alone.
So recognizing that we are this walking information system, what, and I know the answer to this, but I'll let you tell me, what do you think is what is the first thing you normally address as a belief structure that you guys like to work on with the current clients that come in through your door?
Foundational is a lack of self-love. And that is not because necessarily somebody blatantly said they didn't love them, but it's more the conditioning we have that keeps us in a state of fear, that shuts our heart down, that puts us into resistance, to life. And it also, all of these programs that are not life-enhancing is what I call it, certainly impact our physical health. Not just our mental body, our emotional body, and our physical body, and how we attract life to us. I pretty much see all that programming and all those conditionings as our attractor fields. We attract to us what we're in resonance with, and our subconscious mind is our predominant resonance system.
Yeah, it's what's in the field, not just what my conscious mind is thinking about. Is what is that energy that is emanating from my field, and that's what I'm creating from. But there's another aspect that when we think of archetypes, coming out of the non-physical dimensions into physicality for the first time, we created archetypes of victimhood and worthiness issues that go all the way back to the beginning of our physicality. So, as you said, it's not just about this lifetime that Susie here had a mother that challenged her or abused her. No, this goes back for human consciousness all the way back to
definitely.
the beginning of our existence, even in physicality. And we're healing stuff not only for myself, but for the entire mass consciousness.
Yes, absolutely, because we are all connected and we are all one. We are not as separate as we perceive ourselves to be
It's
by
an
any
illusion.
means. It is definitely an illusion.